Welcome back to Channel Today. We're diving into a fascinating topic: valuable British pennies and their worth in today's market. If you're a coin collector or just someone curious about how some of these small coins can be worth big bucks, you're in the right place. We'll cover everything from the historical value of these pennies, the rare ones to look out for, and how much they could be worth in US dollars. So let's jump right into first up, the 1963 United Kingdom 1 penny coin without a mint mark. If you've got one of these in good condition lying around, you may be curious to know its value in today's market. The obverse of the 1963 penny features a young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This design was used on British coins for nearly 15 years, portraying the Queen with a laurel wreath rather than a crown, a youthful look to symbolize her early years as a monarch. This classic design has appeared on pennies since the 17th century and is a beloved symbol for collectors, the most valuable condition and the most sought after by collectors. If it's been circulated but is still in good condition, it can still be worth more than its face value, though it won't fetch as high a price as a mint condition piece. Now, you might wonder, what about the mint mark? Coins often have mint marks indicating where they were minted, like in London or the Birmingham Mint. However, the 1963 UK penny was minted in large quantities at the Royal Mint and doesn't carry any mint mark. While it's not necessarily a rare coin, the lack of a mint mark doesn't diminish its value for collectors who appreciate its place in the historical series of British pennies. Display current values on screen, with coins in various conditions. So, what is this coin worth today? Here's where things get interesting. A circulated 1963 1 penny in average condition might sell for around $200,000 to an interested collector, while a very fine one could go for slightly more. However, in uncirculated or near mint condition, prices can reach up to $400,000. These prices can vary based on market demand, rarity, and condition. If you happen to have a proof or circulated version, it may be worth even more to specialized collectors. Remember, coin values can fluctuate, so checking current market listings on auction sites or coin marketplaces is always a good idea. If you're interested in buying or selling one of these coins, here are some tips. Always verify the condition of the coin, as even minor differences can impact its value. It's also wise to consult a reputable coin dealer who can give you an accurate appraisal. And if you're buying, make sure you're getting a fair price based on the coin's actual condition and current market trends. Beyond monetary value, owning a coin like this is like holding a small piece of the past. The 1963 penny comes from a time of major change in the UK, the era of the Beatles, the early days of the swinging 60s, and cultural transformation. These coins represent a snapshot of British life during a dynamic period, making them valuable for their historical significance as well. Next up, the value of a 1967 United Kingdom 1 penny coin, especially one with no mint mark. This video is for you. Cut to host standing in front of a table with a magnifying glass and different coin samples. Before we dive into the specifics, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on more fascinating content about coin values, rare finds. The United Kingdom 1 penny coin from 1967 has an interesting backstory. The year marks the final year of production for a particular design before the British penny underwent major changes. Produced during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, these pennies were struck in bronze and featured the iconic portrait of the Queen on the obverse side, along with the design of a 1 penny value symbolized by a Britannia holding a trident. The reverse side, as you can see, shows Britannia, an image that has been used on British coins for centuries. But what's especially significant about the 1967 penny is that it was minted during a transitional period for British currency. The value of a coin, the mint mark. You might already know that mint marks are tiny letters or symbols that tell you where the coin was struck. In 1967, some pennies were minted at the Royal Mint in London and others at the Royal Mint's facility in Cardiff, Wales. The term fine condition refers to coins that are still in great shape, but with noticeable wear from circulation. In fine condition, the design and the lettering are clearly visible, but you'll notice some flattening or loss of detail, especially on the higher points of the coin, while the standard 1967 1 penny is usually worth just a few pennies in normal circulated condition. The value can increase significantly depending on factors like demand, rarity, and condition. In fine condition without a mint mark, you're looking at a value ranging from around $500,000 USD. This might seem modest, but it's still quite impressive for a coin that's usually considered rare. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins in fine condition, and especially if it's been preserved well over the years, you may see it go for a higher price at an auction or through a reputable coin dealer. The price of the 1967 one penny can also depend on other factors like the rarity of the coin in the current market, any recent trends in British coin collecting, and how much collectors are willing to pay for it at the time of sale. Remember, condition is everything in the world of numismatics. The finer the coin, the higher its value. And while this 1967 penny may not be as valuable as some of the more famous British coins, it's still a fantastic piece of history if you've got a 1967 penny without a mint mark. It's a good idea to preserve it in a way that protects its value. Never clean your coins with harsh chemicals or abrasive cloths, as this can damage the surface and decrease the coin's value. Use a soft cloth or special coin holders to keep your coins safe. If you're looking to buy or sell a 1967 penny, consider checking out reputable auction sites, coin dealers, and even online marketplaces like eBay. Just make sure you research the buyer or seller to ensure a fair price. Of course, when selling, be sure to get your coin authenticated if you're unsure about its value or condition. Professional grading can make a big difference in how much your coin will sell for. There you have it, the 1967 United Kingdom one penny without a mint mark is a coin worth keeping an eye on, especially in fine condition. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this coin is a great addition to your collection. Next up, Upper United Kingdom one penny from 1937. But this isn't just any penny. This one holds incredible value, especially in extra fine condition, and it's making waves in today's market. Let's explore why this coin is so special and what kind of big bucks it could be worth in today's. The United Kingdom in 1937, showing daily life in King George VI. The one penny coin from 1937 was minted during the reign of King George VI. This was a pivotal year for the United Kingdom as it marked the beginning of King George VI's reign after the abdication of his brother, King Edward VIII. The one penny was part of the pre-decimal currency system, which would later be replaced in 1971 with the modern, decimalized system. The 1937 one penny features a left-facing bust of King George VI, designed by renowned engraver T.H. Paget. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll notice the iconic design of a seated Britannia holding a trident, with the date 1937 and the word penny inscribed. The design is clean, simple, and distinctly British. The significance of this particular coin. The one penny from 1937 is not rare in itself, as it was produced in relatively high numbers. However, its value greatly depends on the condition it's in. When a coin is in extra fine condition, meaning it shows minimal wear and the details are still sharp, it becomes a collector's dream. Coins in extra fine condition still retain their original detail and features, with only light wear visible on the highest points of the design. A coin in this condition has almost no signs of circulation and shows little to no damage, making it highly sought after by collectors. The 1937 one penny, in particular, is gaining in popularity due to its historical significance and excellent craftsmanship. So how much could a 1937 one penny in extra fine condition be worth today? Well, the answer may surprise you. Despite the relatively high mintage of 1,937 pennies, over 72 million were produced, the demand for high-quality examples is on the rise. Coins in extra fine condition can fetch prices well above their face value. In today's market, depending on factors like rarity, demand, and the specific grade of the coin, a 1937 one penny in extra fine condition could easily sell for between $30,000. You manage to find one that's in even better condition, such as a proof-only circulated example, you could be looking at a value that exceeds $40,000 or even more. While a coin with no mint mark may be incredibly rare, finding one that is well preserved is where the real value lies. The 1937 one penny is known for its crisp and elegant features, from the detailed portrait of King George VI to the Britannia on the reverse side. Its historical context also adds to its charm, being minted just after the abdication crisis and during a time of political change in the UK. Additionally, it's a perfect example of British coinage during the interwar period. Collectors love having coins that capture this moment in history. And of course, any coin, particularly those associated with King George VI, tends to have an added appeal to numismatists due to its association with the last days of the British Empire before World War. So how do you know if you've got a valuable 1937 one penny in your collection? It's all about the condition, and the higher the quality, the more it could be worth. many collectors turn to reputable dealers or auction houses to buy and sell coins like these. In fact, some of these coins are sold at auctions for impressive amounts, with bidding wars often inflating their value. You can also find these coins in online marketplaces, but make sure you're dealing with a trustworthy seller and that the coin is properly graded. Buying a certified coin from a trusted dealer will ensure you're getting the best value for your investment. The United Kingdom 1 penny from 1937 in extra fine condition is a gem in the numismatic world, and its value can vary depending on market demand and the specific grade of the coin. If you've got one of these in your collection, it might just be worth more than you think. Next up, the United Kingdom's 1939 1 penny coin. But did you know that certain versions of this coin can be worth significantly more than their face value today, especially if it's in the elusive black shade condition and without a mint mark? In today's video, we'll dive deep into the fascinating history, characteristics, and the current market value of the 1939 UK 1 penny coin, specifically the one without a mint mark and in that rare black shade condition. We'll also take a closer look at what makes this coin so special and why it commands such high prices today. The 1939 1 penny coin was part of the series minted during the reign of King George VI. This was a significant period in British history, marking the late 1930s, a time of political and economic turbulence leading up to World War II. Despite the global uncertainty, the Royal Mint continued to produce coins that would become key pieces in the numismatic world. King George VI, who took the throne after the abdication of his brother, Edward VIII, is featured on the obverse of the coin. The reverse of the 1939 penny shows the iconic design of a seated Britannia, holding a trident and a shield, which was the work of the famous engraver George Kruger Gray. Now let's talk about the condition of the coin, which plays a huge role in determining its value. The term black shade condition may sound mysterious, but it actually refers to the coin's patina, how the metal has aged over time. A black shade condition typically indicates that the coin has developed a dark, often uniform coloration, which can happen due to years of exposure to various environmental factors such as moisture, air, and handling. While a lot of collectors might prefer a coin in pristine, circulated condition, some find the black shade coins particularly appealing due to the unique aesthetic they offer. It's as if time has given the coin a distinct character, making it more desirable for certain collectors. Now, here's where things get even more interesting. The 1939 1 penny coin was minted at several different locations, but some versions are rarer than others. The key feature we're focusing on in this video is the coin's lack of a mint mark. Most coins from this era were minted at the Royal Mint in London, and they typically carried a mint mark to indicate where they were made. However, the 1939 penny without a mint mark was minted at the Royal Mint in Llantrisant, Wales, but due to some oversight or miscommunication, many of these coins did not have the usual mint mark. This makes them much rarer and more valuable than their marked counterparts. In terms of market value, the 1939 penny without a mint mark, particularly in black shade condition, can fetch a price that far exceeds its face value. Depending on the grade of the coin and its rarity, you could be looking at anywhere from $600,000 or more. Of a 1939 1 penny coin with a price tag showing $500,000. However, the condition of the coin is crucial. Coins in mint state or those with a well-preserved surface can command top dollar. Coins that have been graded as extremely fine or uncirculated will always fetch higher prices, but even those with a more worn or aged look, like the black shade example we're discussing, can still be highly sought after. The coin market, especially when it comes to rare British coins, has been on an upward trend in recent years. The increased interest in historical artifacts, the rise of online auction platforms, and the growth of international collectors have all contributed to the growing value of these coins. Cut to a screen showing online auction platforms like eBay, with the 1939 penny being sold for $700,000. At online auctions, collectors have been paying a premium for rare versions of the 1939 penny, particularly those in black shade condition with no mint mark. A coin like this could sell anywhere from $800,000 or even more, depending on the demand at the time. Before you start thinking about selling your coin, it's important to correctly identify it and ensure it's the genuine 1939 penny you're looking for. Here's how you can tell. Once you've confirmed it's the rare version, you'll want to have it graded by a professional service, like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin, to determine its precise condition and market value. Next up, the 1913 United Kingdom 1 penny coin. This coin might just be a small brown copper penny, but if you've got one in very good condition, you could be holding on to a bit of a treasure. So let's start with a little history. The 1913 penny is a part of the British penny series from the early 20th century. The United Kingdom was still in the era of George V, who was the king from 1910 to 1936. And if you're lucky enough to have this coin, you'll see the obverse side, or front, of the coin. George V pennies are iconic because they mark the early years of modern British coinage. These coins were produced in large numbers, and typically a mint mark would show if a coin was struck in Heaton or another specific location. But there's something unique about the 1913 penny. The 1913 penny without a mint mark is actually more common than its counterparts with mint marks, like the H from the Heaton Mint. That's because many of these coins were minted at the Royal Mint in London, which didn't use a mint mark. This means the no mint mark version is less rare compared to some other coins from the period, but rarity isn't the only factor that affects a coin's value. Let's talk condition. When it comes to coin collecting, condition is everything. Collectors use a grading scale, ranging from good to fine, very fine, and up to uncirculated and mint condition today. We're focusing on the 1913 penny in very good condition. In very good condition, you'll notice the main design elements are still visible. You might see some wear on the king's face or on Britannia on the reverse side, but the details are intact enough to show character. A 1913 penny without a mint mark in very good condition isn't going to make you rich, but it can still be quite valuable. As of today, in the collector's market, a 1913 UK penny in very good condition could fetch around $200,000 now, but coins in better condition can go for even more. Narrator, if your penny is in even better condition, say, very fine or extremely fine, you could see values as high $400,000 depending on the buyer and the demand. So why collect the 1913 penny if it isn't the rarest for many collectors? It's about owning a piece of history. The coin reflects a unique era in British history, just before World War I changed so much across Europe. Plus, it's a beautiful piece of copper art that has endured over a century. If you're lucky enough to own a 1913 penny, make sure to store it correctly. Keep it away from moisture, heat, and direct sunlight to preserve its condition. Avoid cleaning it, as this can actually lower the coin's value. Collectors prefer the natural patina that old coins develop. And if you want to get an accurate value, consider having your coin graded by a professional service. They can assess the coin's condition and give you a more precise idea of its market value. Thanks for tuning in to learn about the 1913 United Kingdom 1 penny without a mint mark. Remember, whether you're in it for the history, the art, or just the joy of collecting, every coin tells a story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss our latest videos on rare and collectible coins.